If you clicked on this video, I assume you have an Instagram theme page that you're looking to monetize. Whether you have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, a million followers, it doesn't matter. The information in this video will be valuable to you. But this video is specifically designed for those people that have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, really anyone under 50,000 followers that's looking to monetize early on. Now, I think it's important to think about monetization early on, and we're going to get into all the things you can do. And when my theme page, one of my theme pages had 5,000, 6,000 followers, I was still making hundreds of dollars a month. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to be able to land $1,000 brand deals if you only have 5,000 followers. That's just not true. But you're going to be able to generate some income and at least learn the process of monetization along the way and start to think about what's the best way to monetize the account. So that way, when you do hit 50,000 followers, when you do hit 100,000 followers, you already have the ball rolling, you already have the relationships built, and it's smooth sailing from there. So let's get straight into this video. If you are someone that does not focus easily, is not able to focus on purely information, I'm going to need you to lock in. I'm going to need you to get rid of your distractions, put on your headphones, and really focus up for this video, because everything in this video is just straight information. This is straight information that I've laid out for you guys on how to monetize an Instagram theme page, especially when you're a smaller Instagram theme page. So if you're unable to focus, you probably should just click off the video. But if you're someone that can take notes, lock into a video that doesn't have a bunch of quick editing, bright colors, things like that, pay attention to this video, take notes, and implement everything that I talk about. Because if you start to implement these things, you are going to see income coming through. So let's get straight into this, guys. The myth of needing 100,000 followers. So most people believe, brand deals only come in when you have hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers. That's just simply not true. I'm going to tell you exactly why. The reality is brands, they pay for a fit and they pay for an audience. They don't just pay for size. So if you are very niche down, the reality is you're going to have brands that want to work with your page. And the tighter the niche, the earlier that you can monetize. And think about CPM logic. So cost per mil, which is payment per 1,000 views, right? If you're generating tens of thousands of views, 20 thousands of views, look at your Instagram dashboard. You probably have hundreds of thousands of views. Brands will tap into that. So just keep that in mind. It comes down to engagement. It comes down to views more than it comes down to follower count. Yes, it's easier to land brand deals when you have more followers just because you look more authoritative. You look like you know what you're doing. You look like an established brand. But early on, if you lay your brand out properly, you lay your page out properly the way I'm going to tell you to, you can still attract brands. You can still get a lot of brand deals coming in and at least start to build the relationships, worst case scenario. So let's get straight into it. Why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Drew, and I've run Instagram theme pages full time now, straight out of college. And what I've done is, 36 million views on one page. And this is from not posting reels. All these people online, if you listen to other people, they're going to tell you post reels, spam reels. Reels are great. Reels are an easy way to gain views, but my views come from organic, real content, carousels that lay out stories, things like that. So these views are very valuable, right? Because it's easy to monetize views when they come from actual stories rather than just a reposted video, right? So we create all of our content in-house. This is a screenshot of the money that I've made. So, this is from views only. Obviously, I monetize through affiliate marketing, brand deals, working with music artists, things of that nature. There's tons of ways to monetize. I've even started to monetize on other platforms like TikTok. As you see here, here's a $700 payment from TikTok. And then right here's an entire month. So I run a bunch of different theme pages, but these are all screenshots from my theme page, Daily Athlete. 263,000 followers there. As you can see, we reach 30 million people a month on average, sometimes more, usually more. So what have I done? Well, I've helped tons of students just like yourself. So if you're someone that's looking to get into the theme page space, maybe you've started up a theme page, you've heard other people talk about theme pages, you're early to the game. So congratulations, you're early to the game. Just understand that this is where social media marketing is headed, right? So people want to tap into these pages that are super niche down because they understand the value that they can get. And most Instagram theme pages are undercharging currently. So that's kind of one of the things I'm trying to fix, right? We need to make sure that we're charging the right amount. And I've helped tons of students do this. I've also helped students grow their pages, start their pages, whatever. So I made my first $10,000 online while still in college with Instagram theme pages. And I've helped scale multiple theme pages to 100,000 followers. So whether you're coming to me with 0 followers and want to get to 100K, that's doable. 5,000 followers want to get to 100K. Maybe you have 100,000 followers and you just want to monetize. Whatever it is, we will fix that for you. So that's a little bit about me. let's get straight into what we're going to be talking about in this video. So I've laid out everything here that I think is the most important thing, especially if you're a smaller page. So let's get into it. Why small pages have leverage. Know your niche. Brands buy audiences, they don't buy followers. Position yourself as an authority, even if you're a small page. Build a mini media kit. Engagement is better than followers. Brands love proof. Outbound is better than waiting for inbound. What to say in your outreach. Offering flexible packages. Affiliate deals, the fastest entry point. Leverage social proof, even if it's just small wins. Build long-term partnerships. Think beyond money. You need early leverage and scaling up once you land 1 to 2 deals. So these are the things we're going to talk about today. Lock in and let's get straight into this. So why do small pages have leverage? So no matter where you're at, right? If you have 5,000 followers, understand that you do have some leverage over these big pages. Chances are you have a higher engagement percentage than big accounts. When you're pitching to brands, you should leverage this, right? You should explain to them that you are pulling in a lot of engagement and your engagement percentage is higher. Audience often feels tighter and more loyal. Cheaper for brands to test, and it's a low risk for them. So understand, you need to understand your pricing. You're not going to be able to charge hundreds or thousands of dollars, right? But this is, if a brand tests with you early on when you have 5,000 followers and your page is growing fairly quickly, and by the time you're at 100K, they're going to be willing to put, part of their budget into your page on a monthly basis, which is the goal. So understand that some brands are going to look for, pages that are smaller. If you're reaching out to them, they're going to be cooperative with you. I would say wait at least till 5,000 followers. I would suggest 10,000 followers, but even if you have 5,000 followers, this will still work. Reaching out to pages. So understand that, it's a lower risk for them. They're able to put however much money into your page and test it out and see what works. And then some brands will want to test on smaller pages before they go to the big pages. So it just comes down to their strategy. You also need to understand that sometimes brands, instead of going to a big page that's maybe overcharging or maybe their engagement isn't good, they'd rather go to a bunch of micro influencers, small pages, and do it that way as a different type of strategy for brands. So know your niche. Brands buy audiences, not followers. A 5,000 followed cooking page is worth more to a cookware brand than a 50,000 random meme page. Brands care about alignment with their customer, and you need to be very niche down and / in a non-competitive niche. So, for example, a 5,000 followed cooking page, right? You have 5,000 followers, and it's a cooking page. Every single person that follows you is probably very interested in cooking, as long as your followers are legit. They're very interested in cooking, and those are the same people that would buy from a page with 100,000 followers, right? Whereas a page with 50,000 followers that's just random memes posted, no brand's ever going to want to tap in with that, because who are their followers? Just a bunch of random scattered people. So this is something I emphasize in almost every single video I post. You need to have a sub niche. You need to be very tightly niche down. So that way brands actually want to come and work with you because they understand your audience. And when we get into building the media kit, you're going to lay out exactly who your audience is. And then as long as you align that up with brands properly, you're going to have no problem getting brand deals. You can also be in a non-competitive niche, right? So if you find a niche that, maybe is kind of unknown, maybe it's brand new, like let's take AI, for example. Obviously, that's not brand new and it's very competitive now. But if you were to hop in there right when it first started, there was thousands and thousands of AI companies that were just launching. They would have tapped into a page so easily, and you could have made a ton of money in AI. So if you aren't growing quickly, you should focus on that. So I'm not here to lie to you guys, right? I'm not here to lead you astray. So if your page has 5,000 followers, right, but you're not growing, I would say you need to focus on growth. Obviously, it's important to think about monetization. Start to think about it. So I would still go through this video, understand everything in the video. It's important to start thinking about that. But if you have under 5,000 followers and you're not growing, there's some type of issue, whether it's with your content, with your reels, whatever it is, something is going wrong with your page. Maybe you're not consistent enough. I don't know. But there's no reason if you have under 100,000 followers that you should ever be losing followers, right? So If you're under 5K or you're under 10K and you're losing followers, that's a red flag. I would figure out what is going wrong, figure out your content, whatever. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's linked in the description below. Ask me to check out your page. I'm here to help you guys out. I will let you know what I think could possibly be the problem, right? So, but at the same time, start thinking about monetization, right? So don't just throw it out completely. Start to think about it. Think about what you could do once you fix this growth problem, what your plan is to monetize, and understand that monetization is never going to grow the page, right? So you're never going to, most of the time, right? Sometimes I post ads because I'm good at it that get 2 million, 3 million views, and it actually gains me thousands of followers. But that's very rare, and that's because I know what I'm doing and I'm good at it. For most people, monetization is never going to grow your page, right? It's an ad. People aren't going to like seeing ads pop up on their page, and most of the time people are going to unfollow you. Worst case scenario, people are not going to follow you from it. So it's not going to grow the page, but hopefully it's not hurting the page too bad. But understand, if you're losing followers and then you start to try to push monetization, it's not going to be good, right? So just understand, go ahead, start focusing on growth. And part of this could be maybe you're focusing on monetization too early. And if that's the case, that could be why you are losing followers. The next one is to position yourself as an authority. So, clean branding, you need logo, bio, highlight covers. Your page should be branded. Go look at Daily Athlete. Go look at how I brand the page. It looks very professional. Brands are going to want to work with me. Showcase consistency. You should be posting 3 times a day. Bare minimum, if you can't do that, at least once a day, the very, very minimum. Brands want pages that look professional, not like, some kid just made the page. So when you're smaller, this is especially important, right? Because brands aren't going to want to work with someone that doesn't know what they're doing, right? So it needs to look professional. It needs to look like, maybe you have a team of people behind the account. It needs to look, very clean, something that they would want to slap their brand on. I mean, these brands that you're working with, someone has worked forever to build that brand up. Maybe this is what they've been working on their whole entire life to build this brand up, right? So you want to understand that they are trusting you to put their logo onto your page. They are trusting you that they're going to give you money and you're going to return results. Are you going to trust a random meme page that just posts like funny memes all the time? Or are you going to trust a page like Daily Athlete that's super branded, super professional, obviously knows what they're doing, things like that? So that's what you need to think about, guys. Even early on, make sure you look like an authority, make sure you look like you know what you're doing, and you'll be just fine. And for me, it's like when I start a new page, right? It's very professional, it's very branded because I'm just using the same system over and over again. Same with my clients when they work with me. We brand their page out, it looks very professional. And most of the time, follower count doesn't matter too much because brands understand that it's professional and it looks like, the people behind the page know what they're doing. So this part is very important, guys. Building a mini media kit. So media kit is another way to look very professional, right? Even at 5,000 followers, you should at least have a one-pager PDF of who you are, your audience demographics, engagement stats, and past collabs or past promotions you've done. So you need to put everything in here that kind of tells you what the page is about, what your brand is about, who is in your audience, and then kind of some stats, right? So if you have good engagement, you need to be showcasing that. If your engagement is just average, I would showcase, some of your best posts, at least put some stats in there. Maybe you had a video that got 10 million views, things like that. Numbers stick out to people, so focus on that. And then past promotions, right? So you should be putting past promotions that you've done in there with other brands, other advertisers or other companies, and just throw them in there. And if you haven't done any, then I would just showcase some of your best posts that you've done, some of the most professional looking posts. Engagement is better than followers. So brands love proof, right? So you should have high saves, high shares, high comments. And then it comes down to CPM logic, like I said at the very beginning of the video. A post with 50,000 reach at 5,000 followers will beat out a page that has 500,000 followers and gets, 200 likes, 50 likes a post, right? So screenshots of analytics speak louder than follower counts. And what you can do, guys, if you're having like a really good month, you can take screenshots, and use that, for the coming months. Obviously, don't use it too far out in advance if your engagement has dropped since then. But if you're having a really good month, or maybe it's in season, right? If you're coming up on the NFL season and your NFL page, what you can do is plan ahead, understand your engagement's going to go up for the NFL season, kind of predict that out, and start reaching out to brands so that way you're having conversations as your engagement starts to spike. So, this is exactly one of the most important things, especially if you have 5,000 followers. You're probably never going to get brands that just come to you. So, you need to focus on outbound. So, don't wait for brands to reach out to you. You should be sending 20 to 30 DMs/emails per week. And brands respect hustle. Many are looking for pages your size. So, like I said, some brands are going to be looking for micro influencers, right? And you'll be surprised once you start to put in effort towards this. You'll be surprised how you get rewarded. Some brands are looking for micro influencers because it's cheaper. They can get like 50 of them, get their advertisement out on 50 of these pages, and then they can analyze and see which ones work best, and then scale from there. So that is a marketing strategy that a lot of brands use. So understand that many brands are looking for pages your size. Don't count yourself out. Just be professional about your outreach. And brands respect hustle. I mean, this is the truth. When I was in high school reaching out to brands and I'd get on a call with them, like so many of the people were like impressed that I was even getting on calls with them, even talking to them. And they respect the hustle. They're willing to put money into me and at least test it out, right? So understand that as well. What to say in your outreach. So I would always do DM outreach, right? If you have 5,000 followers, you might go ahead and sit and try to email them, right? You can find marketing managers online. You can find, all types of information online to email with. So what I would do if I were you, if you have over 15,000 followers, I would probably just go with DMs. If you have under 15,000, I would maybe just try to email. Make sure you're emailing from an email that's associated with your account, right? So it should have your brand name in the email. Make a new email if you need to. And I would just say, if you're DMing them, I would just reach out and say, hey, whatever the brand name is, I would love to work with you guys. And the script I put in here is I run, blank page with blank followers, super engaged in, whatever niche. I'd love to promote your product to my audience. You have a good email for collab details. I would even keep it shorter than that if you want to, and just say, hey, whatever the brand name is, we are a page that specializes in X type of content and X type of niche, whatever. Where's the best place to send up my media kit? I would love to work with you. And make sure when you're sending out DMs that you have a different, you can't just copy and paste the same exact outreach script to every single page because you're going to get flagged and action blocked. What you should do is just switch out a few of the words when you're reaching out to brands, right? If you're using the brand name, oftentimes that's good enough, but just understand that don't spam the same message 100 times, right? And don't overthink this, guys. Just go out, find brands, and reach out to them. And if you have 5,000 followers, be smart about it. You're gonna have to go to small companies, right? Don't reach out to Gatorade. Don't expect Gatorade to work with you. Why would they ever work with you? Go to small companies that have a budget. The easy way to see if they have a budget, have they done influencer marketing before? Yes, then they have an influencer marketing budget. Go and reach out to them. Story posts, carousel mentions, reel integrations. So you want to offer flexible packages. So small bundles, right? If you're running $50 to $200, these will start to add up over time. And you can pitch test deals to make it easy for brands to say yes. So, you're probably going to have to do this if you have 5,000 followers. Give them a price, and they're probably going to either, if they accept it, great, but they're probably going to say no. What you need to do then is say, we'd love to give you a discount just so you can test out on our page and we can prove ourselves. And most brands will say yes to that. And if it's a brand that you think is really going to align, like you really think you can sell their product, ask for an affiliate deal. All brands are going to give you an affiliate deal. There's no reason that they wouldn't. Oh, look at that. Affiliate deals, the fastest entry point. So even with 1,000 followers, you can earn affiliate commissions. Brands love this because they pay for performance and it builds proof for bigger flat fee deals later. So if you have under 5,000 followers, I would say affiliate deals are where you're going to make your most money, right? Because you can get an affiliate deal from literally any company. So I'd reach out to a company that you really think you can sell their product, right? And start selling their product through your content. So even with 1,000 followers, like you're still going to earn affiliate commissions. They're still going to give you an affiliate link. It's not a big deal for them. They don't lose anything from it. And it just gives them more sales. So you can even become an Amazon affiliate, start selling Amazon products, whatever it is. But if you can start to lock in on affiliate deals, test out affiliate deals early, this is an easy way to see, what companies you might want to work with in the future, right? So if you've got, because anytime you're working with a company, you got to get them results. If you're not getting them results, they're not going to come back, right? So you need to focus on who you're targeting as during your outreach. You need to focus on how you're going to promote their product. So if you're unable to get them any views from the advertisement, you're unable to get them any sales, they're never going to come back and work with you. So understand that if you're doing affiliate as tests early on with your page, understand that you can start to learn which products sell well, which products don't sell well, which ones, sit with my audience well. And then when it comes time to actually reach out to brand deals or brands for brand deals, then you're going to know which brands you're going to be able to get results for. I hope that makes sense, but it's basically just testing the waters and understanding exactly what brands want and what brands you're going to get results for. Also, like if you, let's say you're an affiliate for some app, right? And you get them 500 downloads in 2 months. Well, you can use these stats as you pitch brands later on for actual brand deals. And a lot of times brands are going to ask, who have you worked with before? Leverage social proof, even small wins. So the first brand deal, you need to screenshot it. You need to save it some way, somehow. And I would even throw it in the media kit and showcase collabs in your highlights as well. I wouldn't do that, but you can if you want to. I don't do that though. As seen working with X brand. So yeah, I mean, if you're like working with them on a monthly basis for months and months on end, then you can throw them into your highlights. But other than that, I wouldn't throw them in your highlights unless they're paying you to do so. And you can build long-term partnerships, right? So don't just take $50, aim for $500 a month retainers. Brands love recurring content. It's easier for them, turning small wins into retainers where income multiplies. So do a test post with them. If it goes well, say, hey, let's do 2 posts this month. If they agree to that, great. And then just try to keep working with them month to month. You can upsell them, whatever, until eventually maybe you're making $300 a month from this page or from this brand, another 300 here from this brand, 600 here from this brand. And then as you just continue to grow your follower count, you're just going to continue to increase your engagement. You're just going to continue to bring new people in that could possibly want to buy from them. And you're just going to continue to raise your prices. And it's just a win-win all around. So this is why, at least thinking about monetization, at least building these relationships early on is good, because then in the future, you could have a monthly retainer just because you reached out to them early on and there's a relationship there. Think beyond money. So early leverage, right? So free products, access, just building a relationship can be valuable early on. So a lot of brands are going to tell you no, right? That's just the reality of the game. I still have tons of brands that tell me no. It is what it is. It's sales, right? So you need to understand that you can still get something out of it. I get free products all the time from brands. You might get access to something if you are in, like, let's say you have a music page, right? Maybe you could get access to a concert or something to film and put it up on your page. Whatever it is, just building a relationship as well can be super valuable, as I've said, and they often lead to paid deals later on. So, they tell you no to a brand deal, you can get an affiliate code, or you can get, maybe try to get free products, or a lot of them will just offer you free products. And scaling up once you land 1 to 2 deals, right? So use your first deals as leverage and outreach. So you can say, like, I've worked with brands, I've worked with this brand, and they got these results. And I have those like all in my media kit with my pages. So brands can just scroll through and easily see what we've done before. And then it's a snowball effect from there. So the first collab makes the next 10 easier. So if you're looking to land brand deals, this is exactly what I would do. And if you are someone that is looking to grow your Instagram theme page, looking to land brand deals, looking to scale your page in any way at all, or maybe you're just looking to start an Instagram theme page, go to the Instagram account in my bio. It's my Instagram page, Winning Corner. I post on the stories every single day with free information for you guys. I post reels all the time with free information for you guys. And if you're someone that's really looking to take this to the next level, really looking to make money from your page, really looking to grow out a brand on Instagram, go to the first link in the description below and schedule a call with me. Go ahead and apply for a call. I will check through and see, and I would love to work with you one-on-one. If I think you don't fit or I think I can't grow your page, let you know, and we'll go ahead and cancel the call. But it's completely free to go ahead and apply for a call with me. So go check it out. I would love to show you all of our systems and everything we do for our clients. All of our clients get a one-on-one dashboard. They get access to hours and hours of videos that I've created, and they also get access to a theme page community. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check it out below. Worst case scenario, go check out the Instagram. You can ask me questions. I answer all DMs, and I'm happy to help you in any way possible. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are looking for more Instagram theme page content, and I will see you guys in the next video.